Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to Red Devils TV. Today, this video is actually kind of different from what we have done previously, basically. And this video is actually kind of a Ole in or Ole out video where we actually discuss is Ole the man for Manchester United to take forward or not. And this time, this is not not only sitting on the fence. Basically, I'm Ole out or nothing like that. It's had to be Ole in or Ole out. Basically, that's what I want to say. And I have seen a lot of fan channels and a lot of people talking about this, so I thought that I should be representing my views on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and what he has done since he took over at Manchester United. So I think it's time for me to give my judgment. And actually, I know you guys will probably know what I want to say here is that you know that I previously raged on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in my last two videos, I think, yeah, but sometimes rage actually clouds your judgment basically, and when you think of it in a very cool and clear mind, when you have nothing to think, I think you can see what are the positives and what are the negatives. When you are feeling with rage, basically you cannot see what has been done. Basically, you cannot analyze properly, and that's why you go on rant. That's why people go on rant, and that's what I want to say here is that. So, what I have said in my two videos on the three videos I have uploaded previously, don't take that judgment. Don't take the judgment. This is the thing which I have calculated, analyzed for a bit, and that's why I'm uploading this video. So, getting into it, am I Ole in or Ole out? I am Ole in. I am Ole in. I'm going to say why basically. Because I am Ole in, see, many people who are Ole out and who are Ole in, I am not going to be criticizing them. I'm not going to be the one who is criticizing them, basically. They are entitled to their own opinions, and to be honest, I'm not going to say that Ole outers have also some valid reasons because to prove that he's not the man for Manchester United, and Ole inners also have some valid points to prove. So I think we can see this from two perspectives. It's basically two sides of a coin, basically. Only time will tell what happens and what not. And why I think I'm Ole in, because I think what he has done for this club has been progress. Basically, I know it's not success because there's a difference between success and progress. Success is winning trophies, progress is just doing better from what we have done in the previous seasons. What I wanted to say here is that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, what he has done is actually not an incredible but a good job. It's a very good job basically what he's done. You cannot just sack him now and just throw him in the bin and actually basically root out the plant which is almost trying to grow. Basically, he has said it before that many people root out the plant to see whether there's a fruit or not, or a vegetable basically, and then they find themselves in disappointment because they didn't give that time to grow, a plant to grow. Basically, they didn't give that plant enough time to grow basically, and that's what I agree with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is that there is progress. And see, I know there is a lot of deficiencies in him. I think first of all, his in-game management is not that good. It's pretty mediocre, and I think he doesn't touch the bench basically. He needs to make substitutions and he just relies on 12-13 players. You cannot win major trophies by just relying on 12-13 players. You need to at least believe on 16-17 players that will get you out. Not as complete proper lineup is not required, but at least you need 15-16 players basically which will help you out other than the 11 players which you have. And I think that he needs to trust the bench a lot, and basically I think many people are linking us with Antonio Conte, Zidane. I think those are the two targets which we are looking for, and I think I've said it before. I'm not going to give the name of Mauricio Pochettino because I have said before that he's not good enough, and he has shown himself because he couldn't win the League One with PSG. So I think that tells a lot what kind of coach he is. I mean, he's better than Ole, but I think he is not good enough to take us what we want to be. And see, I have said it before that Ole is either going to be a Brendan Rodgers or going to be a Jurgen Klopp. I mean, he is either going to be a raging success or a mere flop. He's not going to be a Mourinho who is just hanging for winning some trophies and then getting sacked. He's not going to do that. Either he's going to be failing with uttermost disappointment, and either he's going to be at the region of Sir Alex Ferguson. I mean, I would love to if that happens, but let's be realistic here. it's really tough if he becomes the Sir Alex 2.0. And why I don't want Antonio Conte in my club is that because the options which we have, I think he's not. I think he's good enough, but I think he doesn't suit our club. Basically, what I want to say here is that first of all, he's a very defensive coach. Second of all, I think he's a very he doesn't treats mediocrity. That's why he left Inter, and he's not a coach who is about future. I think he's a bit of Mourinho 2.0 version who just stays in clubs for 2 or 3 seasons, max 3 seasons, and when he gets the success, he leaves. So I don't want a coach like that. I want a coach who can build for the future, because there are a lot of academy players. And what Antonio Conte will do if he comes to United is that he will stop the growth of the academy players, who would actually kill the growth of academy players. And secondly, Antonio Conte will fall out with the Glazers, and we have seen it happen with a lot of managers in the past. Basically, Van Gaal was the first victim of the Glazers, and he wasn't on good terms with them. Mourinho was disappointed because he was not being able to give in the funds to buy a central defender. So I think Antonio Conte will eventually get him sacked in 2 years or so, basically. So that's a big problem which we have. So I don't think that Antonio Conte is the right option here. And second of all, he will buy a lot of players who are above the age of 32, because they are proven players and experienced players, and that will absolutely give us short-term success. But we need long-term success. We need to dominate for the longer term. We does not need to win 4 trophies for 2 years and then getting trophyless for 4 or 5 seasons. I don't want that. I want longer domination. I want longer success, basically, and that's not what I think Antonio Conte will give us, basically. And Antonio Conte is a very egoistic coach. I mean, first of all, the players whom he black holes, whom he doesn't get along with the players, I think his career is destroyed in that club, basically. And we have seen it happen with Diego Costa at Chelsea, Milan Skriniar at Inter Milan, and I think and he got sacked after that partly, basically. He got sacked after the part because and after Antonio Conte left Chelsea, they finished 5th in that season, and he got sacked. And when he decided not to play Skriniar, they lost the Europa League final against Sevilla. So I think these mistakes cost a lot. And second of all, I don't like the style of play. I don't like the style of play because, let's be real here. Many people are saying that no, Manchester United should go for proven and experienced player. We did it with LVG. We did it with Mourinho. What happened? Nothing. And let's be real here. The first thing I want to say here, don't forget this, that those 2 managers have put us in this kind of mess that we are in, basically. We are in this mess because of them, basically. They had contrasting philosophies and a style of play for what Manchester United stood, basically. It was completely different. It was a very defensive approach. So they bought players which didn't suit the DNA of Manchester United, which didn't suit the United way. It definitely didn't suit the style, basically. But actually, that's the thing which I must say. And bringing Antonio Conte would be another thing like that only. That he will play, and the style of play is actually not that bad, but I think it doesn't suit United in terms of like he will play a back 3, a black 5. No, he will not play a back 4. Basically, he will not play a back 4. I can definitely guarantee you that he will either play a 5-3-2 or a 3-5-2, basically. And is our team basically suitable for that? No, definitely not. And I am fed up. I've said it in my match previews before, match reactions. Said before that I am disgusted. I am sick to death, basically, of seeing a back 6. So I cannot see a back 5 or a back 3. So I think it will. I think it's not the good fit. And the only manager whom I would sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is Zidane. But Zidane has also a lot of deficiencies. I mean, he doesn't trust the youth. First of all, second, and he needs a lot of money to be successful. I mean. I can definitely agree with that experienced coaches spend a lot of money, but he needs a lot of money to revamp, and definitely the Glazers won't give that kind of money. Basically, when he has an offer of Manchester United in the table, basically he will say that I need this player, I need that player, I need that player out, I need that player out, I need that player out, I need this player, I need this budget, I need this budget for that sum of years, basically maybe 2 years or 3 years, and I read that in writing. Do the Glazers going to amend for what they are doing, and fuck off, we'll hire someone else? Simply that. I don't think that Zidane will hire. I think Zidane will go to PSG. Or maybe Juventus. I don't think maybe Juventus because Allegri has come. I think the only realistic target he has is basically PSG, and and PSG wants to buy Ronaldo, and if Zidane comes, I think they can buy Ronaldo, Pogba, and Varane. So I think they can win the Champions League next season. So I think the realistic. So I think that's why I won't sack Ole. And let's be real here. Ole, the budget he has been given, basically, he has done better. Yeah, I know that he has choked at the crunch moments. He has disappointed us. He has failed in the crunch moments. But yeah, failure is a part of the progress. Basically, it is a part of the process. And yeah, I know that progress without profit is failure. But you have to take it apart as a process. Basically, Sir Alex said it himself that before winning the 1989 FA Cup, 1919 FA Cup, what happened before that was part of the progress. Sorry, not progress. It was part of the progress as well as the process, basically. So I think failure, and see, I don't want to compare Klopp with Ole. Basically, I think Klopp is a better manager than most of managers in the world. And I think we all know when he won the Champions League 2018. No, sorry, 2019. Sorry, not 2018. They lost the UCL franchise 2018 when they first won the trophy. Basically, Klopp lost 4 finals. A League Cup final they lost. Europa League final they lost against Sevilla. Community Shield lost, and the Champions League lost, which is against Madrid. So I think failure should not be about sacking a manager, and we were never a club like that, and it was always said that it's not a short fix. I mean, if our owner was Roman Abramovich or Sheikh Mansour or the owner like Bayern Munich, I think I would definitely sack Ole. And I wouldn't have to sack Ole. They would sack Ole because then he knows that he's actually kind of getting the team into mediocrity, basically. But we don't have owners like that. You can bring a lot of managers, but I can definitely guarantee you that nobody is going to be successful under this current regime. The current regime is the main problem which we have. So I think we need to get these owners out. And the first thing is that if we had ambitious owners, Ole wouldn't be in the managerial role in the first place, basically. That's the thing which I have to say. Let there be getting all the sacking things and aside, basically he wouldn't be here because of an ambitious owner wants a top managers, the top players, basically. I think he wouldn't be here. And I'm going to say this now and right here, basically. If Ole gets the backing, if Ole gets a Varane, Sancho, Rice, at least I don't think that we will get those 3 players. I think if we get players in that positions, I think we need to fill those 3 positions definitely before anything. I think there are good alternatives. If we get good players in those 3 positions, and then also Ole is not being able to win a trophy, he should be sacked. Simple as that. He should be sacked. And there's no other excuse than he didn't get the backing. Let's look at Frank Lampard. People who were Frank Lampard fans in the first season were moaning that he didn't get the backing, let him get the backing and then see he will prosper. He got the backing, he prospered for around December, and then everything went downhill and he got sacked, basically. And we can do that with Ole also. And I think this is the pros and cons of we have under having Ole basically as a manager. And the coaching staff is also, if Ole goes, I have to say this now on, right? If Ole goes, the backroom staff has to also go, because Michael Carrick, Mike Phelan, McKenna is not good enough. They're not good enough. Nobody will hire them in the top 6 teams, basically. Even Leicester won't hire them. Even Aston Villa won't hire them. Yeah, Aston Villa hired them because John Terry. I mean, no top European team will hire them. And this is a bloody mess. We don't know who is coaching, basically. And the reports have suddenly come out that Mike Phelan was actually looking for the DOF, Director of Football, basically, the role. And then Ole said that no, you have to be with me in the coaching staff. And Darren Fletcher was supposed to be a part of the coaching staff, and suddenly he became technical director. So I mean, this is the problem which we have. We have no spine, we have no technicality, we have no reform. I mean, and many people are saying that Mike Phelan and Solskjaer are actually sharing the managerial role. I mean, this is not load of bullshit, basically. I think this can be true. This can be actually true. I mean, because Mike Phelan has been under Sir Alex Ferguson, and I think he can do that. And he can help Solskjaer in that managerial role. So it's not something about just blow this about this is out of the water topic. No, it's not like that. I think this can be a bit serious topic, and the coaching staff needs to change. I mean, these are inexperienced young coaches. I mean, I have no problem with young coaches, but they are not. Have to have experience at a club like Manchester United. We need to have the not at the best coaches. I mean, it to be the better coaches than what we have basically. And second of all, I have to say this, that Ole needs to be absolutely pinpoint this season. I mean, I don't expect him to win a trophy, win a league or a UCU Champions League, but I think at least we should win a FA Cup or a Carabao Cup. At least something will work. Something will work, because if you win the first trophy, you will know how to win a second trophy, and it will get that mental blockage which these players have mentally basically, and that would actually get, if we get rid of that, I think that will absolutely help us. That will absolutely help us. I think the players will be much more motivated. They would like to win matches, and I think that's what we need to do. That's and is Ole going to get the sack? No, because he's going to be getting a new contract. And one of these fans actually was spot on basically last night in my DM basically. Why are you defending, when he said, why are you defending Ole when you know that the inevitable is going to come and it's just getting delayed basically? I mean, yeah, he's absolutely right, and I think he's spot on basically. And I think what he wanted to mean is that we all love Ole, but the thing is that he is just not good enough. This is not good enough. But I have to say this, that you cannot sack a manager for being second, and also with this board. If this was Real Madrid's, Barcelona's, Chelsea's board, I think we would have sacked Ole. But with this board, with this incompetency around this club, I think we cannot sack Ole in all costs. So I think you are right. That guy was right absolutely when he spoke that why are we delaying the inevitable. I think he's right, but let's see. Something can be happening also. Many people have turned the inevitable. Fergie was around getting the sack in 1990, but he won the FA Cup and everything changed. And another perspective of what my brother actually said, I think, he's actually in my same age but only 2 years younger than I am. He said that don't you think that we can bring any manager, any world-class manager, regardless of what his CV is, but it will not be enough to replace Fergie, because Fergie's shoes, Sir Alex's shoes are big enough to fill, are too big enough to fill basically. I'm agreeing to this kind of thing, but you cannot always hold the past basically. Just because you cannot replace a manager like that, you cannot just stop being ambitious, and you can just not throw that passion and ambition out of the bin basically. You can just not throw that passion and ambition. And let's be real, Liverpool did this in the 1990s. They couldn't replace someone like Bill Shankly or Bob Paisley, and then they struggled basically after Kenny Dalglish retired from being the manager of Liverpool. And then I am fearing that Manchester United also doing the same. I think they are waiting for a next Sir Alex Ferguson who would absolutely revolution not the team but the club basically in terms of, and would give success in a little net spent basically. And the writings are on the wall basically. If Ole doesn't get the backing which we need, I think he will get sacked. He will absolutely get sacked. And so I think it's a lot to prove for Ole. I think this season is a do or die. I think this season is the last season when he can prove himself if he is worthy enough to be the Manchester United or not manager. And I think this season lies in the pastures basically. This season lies in the pastures, and it's up to Ole whether he can prove it or not. And let's just be positive. I don't want a manager merry-go-round which is currently happening in Europe. So let's just hope for the positive. And what I want to say here is that the players also have to step up. They also have to step up in the big games. They just can't always blame it on the manager. Yeah, Ole has to take some blame, but the players need to also be taking some part of the blame. I think that will help us basically. So thanks for watching, and please smash that like button if you did enjoy this video. And if you are a new video, of course subscribe, and that will actually help the channel to grow out. And it's been a long time. I am out basically, and I'll see you next time.